Now I will be discussing third concept in second unit, differentiate between the C and C++. Now the differences between the C and C++ are given below. Now let us see differences between C and C++. First one, under the C language. It is a procedural oriented programming language. Now under the C++, it is an object oriented programming language. Now let us see second difference under the C language. C language follows top-down programming approach. Under the C++, C++ follows bottom-up programming approach. Now let us see third difference under the C language. The file extension of the C program is .c. Now under the C++, the file extension of the C++ program is .cpp. Means here we have to save the source program with .c extension. Here we have to save the source program with .cpp extension. Now let us see fourth difference under the C language. In the C programming language, the program code is divided into the small pieces which are called functions. Now under the C++, in the C++ programming language, a program code is divided into the objects and classes. Now let us see fifth difference under the C language. In the C, scanf and printf functions are mainly used for input and output. Now under the C++, C++ uses streams seen and cout to perform input-output operations. Now let us see sixth difference under the C language. C does not support references. Under the C++, C++ supports references. Now let us see seventh difference. In the C, the variable should be defined at the beginning of the function. Under the C++, in the C++, under the C++, let us see difference. C++ allows you to declare variables anywhere in the function. Means we can declare variables anywhere within the function in the C++. Now let us see eighth one. C language does not allows you to declare strings or boolean data types. Means C language does not support string data type and boolean data type. C++ supports string and boolean data types. Eighth difference is C language does not support string and boolean data types, but C++ supports string and boolean data types. Now let us see ninth difference between the C and C++. Under the C, C does not allows functions with default arguments. C language does not allows functions with default arguments. Now C++ allows functions with default arguments. C++ allows functions with default arguments. Now let us see 10th difference. C is a subset of C++. It cannot run C++ code. C++ is a superset of the C. C++ can run most of the C code. Now let us see 11th difference. It does not support templates. Under the C++, it supports templates. Now let us see next difference. It does not support inline functions. Now under the C++, it supports inline functions. Now let us see next difference. C structures don't have access modifiers. Under the C++, C++ structures have access modifiers. Now let us see 14th difference between the C and C++. Under the C, C provides malloc, calloc functions for the dynamic memory allocation and free function for the memory deallocation. Under the C++, C++ provides new operator for the dynamic memory allocation and a delete operator for the memory deallocation. Here we have to write dynamic. Okay, dynamic. Now let us see next difference. Under the C, it does not support encapsulation. It supports, but under the C++, it supports encapsulation. Under the C, next difference. Let us see next difference between the C and C++. It does not support inheritance. Under the C++, it supports inheritance. Now let us see next difference between the C and C++. It does not support data hiding. Means C language does not support data hiding. Under the C++, it supports data hiding. Now let us see next difference between C and C++. Under the C, it does not support virtual functions. Under the C, it does not support virtual functions. Now let us see under the C++. It supports virtual functions. Now let us see another difference, 19th difference between the C and C++. Now let us see under the C. It does not support friend function. Means C language does not support friend function. It supports friend function. C++ supports friend function. Now let us see next difference. 20th difference between the C and C++. C does not support exception handling. C++ supports exception handling. Now let us see next difference. It contains 32 keywords. C language supports only 32 keywords. It contains 48 or 63 keywords. Means here I have written two numbers, 48 and 63. And some old compilers supports only 48 keywords. But new compilers on C++ softwares like supports 63 keywords. Some of the compiler supports 48 keywords, and a certain number of compilers support only 63 keywords. Now let us see next difference. C does not support function overloading. C++ supports function overloading. I will explain what is function overloading in second unit. C does not support operator overloading. C++ supports operator overloading. I will explain what is operator overloading in fourth unit. These are the differences between the C and C++. If you want, you can add some more differences. Right, totally we have seen almost 23 number of differences between the C and C++. If you want, you can add some more differences. If you want, you can add 2-3 differences between the C and C++.